In terms of Devontae, I noticed both yourself and the assistants giving him a lot of instruction throughout the game. What kind of things were you emphasizing?
I would hope you'd notice us giving all of them a lot of instruction. You know, it's not just singled out as one guy. I mean,
Like the play, there was a moment where you called for a foul and it looked like you were simulating the play after it happened.
oh yeah, and on the court?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's get it. He got stuck on the post. Just go through the technique again of a red, you know, of a post front. It's just reminders. I mean, we're not teaching anything new in there. You know, I rarely run a new out of bounds. I mean, run a new play. I rarely with this team draw up anything, right? It's stuff that we either put in that day or we've had in. Yeah. I mean, but I would hope we're a hands-on coaching staff. I got an unbelievable coaching staff. I mean, I'm not sure how Tim Buckley got the scout away from Rob Judson on this one, right? But they did. Those guys. You may not want to hear it, but I'm never going to get tired of saying it. This coaching staff is incredible. And the time that they put in, and not just the work. I mean, everybody works hard. I'm not talking about that. It's the level of energy that they have with these guys. It's the it's the level of truthfulness. It's the level of detail, and demanding. You know, and guys respond to that. And so I got a hands-on staff. I want them all coaching in the game. You're not going to ever see me coach where I got 3 or 4 guys sitting there with their clipboards and nobody's saying a word and telling me how good a job I'm doing. I don't need that, right? What we need is a bunch of guys that are hands-on coaches.
You talked about him a little bit.
Cutting off Jeff? Man, how about that? What's that
You're
about?
calling me.
It's cold.
Thomas at 16 after halftime. I know you talked a little bit about him defensively, but what really kind of worked for him? What kind of got him switched on after half? And in particular, I think he took 6 shots from the field.
I don't even know. I thought he was really fundamental. You know, I would just say that. I don't know on that. I wasn't worried about him at all, and haven't been. I mean, he's getting better and better. Lost in the loss the other night was the job he did on Nigel Hayes. He never had a matchup like that. And I'm not saying it was good enough to win. Obviously, it wasn't because we didn't win. But for him to be in that position, he's gaining confidence, and he's really learning how much the extra work matters. And we've had a very good break in the sense of getting some stuff done. You know, obviously, wish we had a better record. Over the last few weeks, we don't, but we've gotten better, and we've got to stay on that, especially now as we get into back, you know, being under the 20-hour rule and that. So, to me, Thomas is it all starts with his defense, just like it does everybody else. There's no accident that James had the points he had because he had the assignments he had defensively. He didn't have a perfect game. He had some mistakes. His guy scored some, but he played with really good intent. And I think those kind of things come back and they make your offense that much better. So Tom is getting more fundamental in around the rim. He's getting more fundamental on the drive. He's getting more fundamental on the 3. He's getting better with his free throw shooting. And all that does is mean that he's got to work that much harder tomorrow to keep that going. Jeff?
James comes up with, I think it was 1 shy of his season high with 25 points.
I didn't even know that. So you're giving me intel I didn't even know. I didn't even know that.
That'd be helpful. What
changed?
What did you feel kind of got him going offensively?
Defense got him going, right? I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's defense, and we're moving him around in the offense. He's taking the ball out more now, and you know, it's always a game. I mean, you got to get. You want the work and their improvement to be energy. You want to make some changes once in a while, you know, that help them, you know, get some freedom. And he's a big focal point. I mean, I see now after this game where we can really make strides offensively. I'm not going to talk about it now because we got to go make those strides, and we've got to bring it to the games. But of all the games we've played as of late, I know we have a good offense. I saw more areas where we can get better over the next couple of weeks if we really stay diligent with that. But everything being said with that, it's all about how we defend. And when guys are defending and their feet are really moving and they're active, you know, it was added bonus that we could create some turnovers. But there's no reason we shouldn't be running out, you know, even on made baskets. And but we get our energy from the defense, and they get it that way every day in practice. And it's obvious to them in practice, and they don't always carry it forth in the game the way it needs to be. But today was a day that really showed them that again. Yes, Pete?
Tom, did defense get Rob going, especially in the first half?
Yeah, defense got everybody going. I mean, it just did. I mean, they all defend. He had a big assignment with Malcolm Hill. But Yes, I mean, our defensive energy awareness, movement, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it sounds easy, I know it's not easy, but it really is that way. When you're locked into defending and rebounding at a high level, it's amazing what it does to your offense. And that's the best way we can possibly play.
All right, Coach.
Just one quick follow-up on Robert. You know, obviously you said he didn't start the other game just because he didn't want to go three-guard lineup against Wisconsin to start. He starts tonight at 36 minutes. His defense gets 18 points. Just your overall thoughts on how well he played.
Got a plus 42 in the 3 Big Ten games. Plus
Is that what it
minus.
is?
Yeah. And I'm not worried about, all I want is that defense. I gotta look back at the numbers. Nick Zeisloff a year ago, this time was 2 of 15 from 3 in the Big Ten. He didn't break out till the 4th game against Minnesota. You know, it's not about that. I mean, what it's about is everybody understanding that we have got to be really good defensively, because it's a really good league. You know, when you play at Louisville, it's a really good team. And all those things really make us go. But we were very diligent and conscious this week of where guys needed to improve in certain areas, not only on the court, but where they needed to get the rest and the rehab and things of that nature too. And you know, that's why I said, I've said this before in here, I think you don't go back to last year's practice plan and say, well, you know, we did this, we'll do this today. You know, you treat the team the way you need to view it every day for where they need to be that day and where you see them going down the road. And I think we were able to get that accomplished this week, and now we move forward for Maryland. All right?
Okay.
Anybody? Good? All right, thank you.